Hey, this is Big Rob. If you like this content, and I know that you do, please hit like or subscribe. Join the movement, Middle Age Still Single. Right, welcome to another episode of Middle Age Still Singles, the podcast. I have the whole crew with me today. What up, Nas? How we doing, sir?
Man, lovely, bro. Lovely.
All right. What you got?
Blue Day Chanel.
Blue Day Chanel. All right. Give
Blue Day Chanel.
a little spray for the brothers that can't be here. There we go. All right. Mitchell?
That's for Nemo.
Oh, that's for Nemo?
Yeah, you know he probably smelling like alcohol.
Yeah, I know.
Axe body spray.
Old Spice. Yeah. Mitch, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Another good Sunday here in Sacramento. Hot as hell.
Is it? Yeah.
We've already got July heat warming us up over here.
No fun. Nemo, what up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. I mean, you're talking about hot. We are cold in Missouri. It is cold down here. So I don't know what's going on, but I love to be hot. But all is well. Let's get started. I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's get started. So the first question of the day. Should a man pay for the first date no matter what? Should a man pay for the first date no matter what? Mitch, you're up first, brother. What you got?
No matter what? No, I disagree with that. 95% of the time, yeah, I'll pay for the first date. But there are circumstances that aren't coming to mind right away. But, well, number one, if she were to invite me, if it depends on how that conversation goes, who she is, what her intentions are, and you can tell within an invite what the intentions are. I get a lot of that. I've learned to read that through business invitations, but those aren't dates, right? So in terms of a date, I'd say 95% of the time I'm going to pay. But if I'm asked out, she may have intention, and I'll be able to hear that in her voice. I will try. I'll pull the card out, and we'll play the scoot back and forth receipt game. But there are some women out there who want to take initiative. They don't like the idea of feminism because, and they might have at one time, but now they see themselves as successful, and it's not about them being a woman. It's about them being intelligent, and they want to take the reins and buy a dinner or buy the drinks. And I'm not going to stop them. You know, I appreciate the gesture. I might still play that receipt game or ask him to arm wrestle, you know, because I know I'll win, and that is the case. But truth be told, I will try and pay every time. But I know that it's not going to happen every time for those instances that I just mentioned. So quick and to the point.
All right, Nemo, what up, brother? I know. What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is, I don't know what. So Mitch's answer was yes, but with some exceptions. Correct? Is that what I'm understanding, Mitch? Yes.
Somewhat. Why are you worried about my answer?
Because I just need to get clarification on your exact answer. I don't need political answer in this place. We got to start being yes, no, straight answers. The man to my right is going to start with depends, and I'm just going to throw out my red flag right there. If he start with depends, I'm going to have some problems.
That's what the red flag is going to have some problems. Okay.
But the answer to that is a man always pay. Regardless, the first date, yes. I was raised, I'm a traditional, old-fashioned guy, so I always think the guy should pay, regardless of what it is. If it's a simple date, if it's a business date, whatever it is, I just think the guy should always pay. I'm just old-fashioned, traditional. That's it.
That would be a hypothesis, right? Because we all know here on the panel that you're not getting any dates. So strictly a hypothetical answer.
Ooh, gut shot.
I thought that was coming from Rob, not Mitch.
Mitchell coming with it.
Rob, not Mitch.
Got a blindside you, my
I
friend.
got a blindsided right there. I didn't see that coming.
Whoa. Nas, what's your opinion, brother? I kind of have a feeling I know what your opinion is, but go ahead, man. Let's hear it.
It depends. I'll tell you why. If I'm in the West, then it's not a given that I'm going to pay for that date, that first date. If I'm outside of the West, I'm going to pay for that first date. And the reason why is because in my experience, the people, let's take the East, the women in the East still carry themselves in a feminine friendly way. They still present themselves as a woman who is open to whatever suggestions I might have for the date. So absolutely, I'm going to, because I know what I'm going to get in that date, right? If I'm in the West and I'm dating a woman who is equally situated as I am, and she suggests that we go out on a date, then I might not ask her, I might not allow her to pay for me, but it would be my expectation that she would cover her own tab. Because in the West, there is an expectation that they are equal to us. If I am dating a woman without work, and I know she's without work, and I still like her, and I'm still spending time with her, I'm absolutely going to go ahead and pay for that date because I still want the time with her. And I know she's not in a position to do it. But I'm just going to do it because of some type of moral positioning. No.
I'm going to have to, hang on a second, man. I'm going to have to shed a tear because I have to actually agree with Nemo on that, man. I'm going to say undoubtedly 100% of the time, if I'm going out on a date, I'm paying for that first date. Doesn't make a difference whether she considers herself equal or not. That's just the way I was raised, man. You know, I don't think.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever let a woman pay for the first date, and I'm not even sure if I've even let a woman pay for the second date. To be honest with you, just you know, I grew up
like Nas over here talking about the East, West, Central, South Carolina, North Carolina. Man,
I didn't know paying for a date was so.
That's going to change a lot of things for West Sac and Sac.
I know. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, I know. Well,
y'all know what the hell I'm talking about.
But I went on a lot of dates. My grandfather, when I used to spend time with my grandfather, he had a girlfriend, and he always instilled in me that, you know, you pull out the chairs, you open the door, you know, you do that kind of stuff, the gentlemanly stuff, and always take the tab. So that's. But
I agree with that, with Rob and Nemo. But here's the thing. I'll say this. As a young man, I did that. I will not do it now. Because when I was a young man, the women were different. And I'm never going to treat anyone better than they treat me. I don't give a damn if it's a woman or an animal, right? If the woman is going to treat me like I am somehow her minion or something like that, and oh yeah, you're going to do it because that's the only way you're going to spend time with me. No, I'm not doing that. But I have done it. But today, things in this dating market today, you got all these masculine women out here, man. Nah, it's not a given that I'm going to do that.
But you got to give them the benefit of a doubt, though. You can't go into it thinking, well, the expectation that you're going to pay. But it's just, as a man, you want to take on that responsibility.
I think that expectation can be heard from the conversation that the invite comes from. I think that as you're having that conversation and you're leading up to the invite, hey, do you want to grab dinner? Or I would like to take you to dinner. If it's I would like to take you to dinner, then it's an unwritten rule. Yeah, absolutely. And my wallet's already open. I made that comment. I made that invite in such a manner with the wording, right, telling her that I would like her company for dinner. I'll cover everything. Let's go out and have a good time. I think all of that starts with how that conversation goes and how that invite is presented.
Yes.
If she says that, may I take you to dinner? And it's our first date. That's where I got that 5% sidebar I mentioned. And it's like, well, I mean, she did make the invite. She did offer. I'm still going to try, but it was her initiative. And I think taking over the check and hijacking her of that might even be disrespectful for some. And I know who I'm talking to, so I would know that beforehand, which is why I might play the receipt game and try and grab the check before her. If she's real aggressive, I'll let her do it. If she just plays coy, it's my treat. But I really think that it comes down to that opening invite and the conversation leading up to it.
Of course. Let me ask you a question, Mitch.
Old-fashioned, you mean?
Yeah, I bet. Traditional man? Yeah, old-fashioned, yes. So, and that's what you're expecting. So usually old-fashioned traditional man usually
Correct.
pays and take care of dates. Okay. So if you're going to say you old-fashioned and you're expecting an old-fashioned woman, shouldn't you be taking care of the dates?
My initial reaction is, I'm going to play old-fashioned. I'm going to be forward, and I'm going to want to pay for the bill. But at the same time, I'm a middle-aged man in a modern world, and it doesn't work that way anymore. So out of respect for who I'm going to dinner with, like I said, if she's invited me, if she's a more successful realtor than I am, and she invited me on a date, that's her invitation, and I'm not going to step on her toes. She's prideful about being successful. So I may be old-fashioned, but I might just have to bite my tongue, or I might just have to sit back and enjoy it and let her take me to dinner. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to pay for dinner in the future, but yes, in general, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I open doors, every door, if I can, cars, buildings, whatever. But again, if someone prideful and successful invites me to dinner with the proper verbiage, then I'm going to either accept or not accept, but I'm going to accept knowing that she has invited me. It's a changing world, Nemo. We got to change with the times. You got to change with the person. Well,
I'm old-fashioned too, Nemo. Why you didn't ask me?
Because it's going to depend on you. I don't want to go to China, Colombian theory, Jamaican theory. We just don't have time for that, man.
Nemo. Okay, let me say it this way. If I ask a woman to go on a date, 99.9% of the time, I'm going to pay. You know what that 1% is?
What?
If she act a damn fool on that date, she's ass out. She gonna have to pay for that shit. But if I ask her and she's a lady and she's the type of person that I felt enough to ask her out, I got that. Now, what I would be hoping to see is if she's going to offer either to leave the tip or get to pay for her own thing, because that's going to tell me something about the type of woman that she is and how she might be in the relationship later.
So that's the best comment you've had for the past 3 weeks. That was that last sentence. That was good. I like that.
You know what? King Nemo, I'll accept that from you.
Listen, even if a woman asks me out on a date, I mean, to me,
I'm still paying for it.
If she comes out of her comfort zone like that, it's to me, I'm like, hey, yeah, you did some of my work for me. Let me go ahead and do this.
That's right.
And what if she treats you like shit on that date? You still gonna pay?
You know what? Yeah, because I would. If in the middle of the date it's not going well, and if it's really shitty, I will get the check, cut the date short, and then walk out.
You know what? I usually don't agree with Rob, but you know what?
Yeah, you do. You agree more than you want to
admit. No, trust me, I can't stand that guy right there. But, I'm going to have to agree with him this time.
She can talk about me after the date is over, But what she ain't gonna say is that I left her with a bill. That's just not the way.
You know what she gonna say about me? That MF made me pay, girl.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that shit I said to him.
Yeah.
Maybe-
he learned a lesson, right?
Maybe I'll keep my mouth shut next time.
Yeah.
I didn't know he didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, she,
Oh yeah.
she didn't check what hemisphere she was in, bro.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you
Yeah.
didn't know.
If she was in the east, she wouldn't have to worry
She
about it.
wouldn't have acted up like that, huh?
She wouldn't have acted up like that.
All right, gentlemen, that's a good discussion.